Welcome back to the little tutorial series about how to import dummy parts into my garage. In this video we will create the Blender project and import our hood we exported in the last video. Just for recap, we have the hood in our mesh folder as a OBJ file. You can see this is the original hood from the game. Okay. Now if we can just open Blender. Blender is a very this program is not very it's very optimized, but it's still very heavy on your PC. If you have a weak PC, this could take some time or even crash, so be careful. Okay, we create a new file, click on general. If you go on this okay, new file general. Wait, I can show it again. It was pretty fast. Open Blender, new file general. Bam. You have a cube, and you have in your scene 3 items: a light, a cube, and a camera. You can highlight all of these in the top here and delete them. We don't need them. Okay. You can see the Blender movement. I'm not a Blender pro, so don't take anything I say serious for anything, but I will try to explain. Okay, Blender movement is pretty complicated. You rotate with the middle mouse button. If you press it in and move your mouse, you will rotate. If you press shift and middle mouse button, you will like walk around, and if you scroll, you will zoom. This is the standard Blender movement. Okay. Now we will set up a bit Blender stuff because Blender's a bit stupid or not user friendly, I will say. So you go into edit, preferences, and then under navigation, activate orbit around selection and depth. Sorry, this word is very stupid if you're German. Okay, select orbit around selection, depth. Okay, just select these two. Okay, now you go into file, import, and then all exported 3D models from the game are exported in OBJ. So click import wavefront.obj and now search your file. Mine is in the folder mesh and then hood06. And bam, you can see a hood has imported. Very nice. Okay, you can look around. You have in the top right here these little axis things. You can press on one of the axis things. For example, if you press on Z, you will get a perfect top view. If you now press shift and the mouse wheel down, you can move like this. This is very good if you want to fit your new hood onto this. Or if you press Y, you get a perfect front view, or X a perfect side view. Okay, now import your 3D model. I don't know where you got the 3D model from. I don't care, to be honest. But I won't tell you how to 3D model. You just need to import a 3D model. I will import mine now. I will import the E30 hood. Okay, there we have our E30 hood. And you can see it's a bit offset right now. That we will fix that right now, but yeah, you can see we have two objects. If your object you imported has more than one of this, you need to join them because the game can handle with multiple objects, so it will render them, but you can't create a collider so they won't collide. So if you want a collider so you can't go through something, you need to make it into one object. You can do that if you have many things right now. You can just select the things you want to make into one. For example, I would do this with these two, then click object and join. And now it's only one object, but we don't want that in my case. Okay, now if you joined all your objects, you should have only two objects here, the game object and the object you want to replace it with. Okay, now you have to line them up. I do that just you can 0 and yeah, because I already did this for the game, it should be very fitting because this is already in the game. It can be very tricky. You need you have to watch out for one thing. The rotation has to be 90 on the X. Yeah, it has to be 90. I think rotation 90 and these 90 0 0 that it has to be that. Without it won't load in the game, right? 90 0 0 must be the rotation and scale must can be different here, but in Unity later it has to be 1 1 1. But I will show you in the next video. Okay, so line up your hood so it will fit over the already existing hood. In this case, it fits pretty perfectly. You can see the 30 hood is a bit longer, but this will be compensated by the 30 front I already created. Okay, and it lines up pretty well. Now we have to do one extra step. You have to highlight the original game file, press Shift and S, and click cursor to select it. This should wait. I can try to. Okay, wait. I will try to demonstrate what this does. If I will place this again. Okay, if I click on the hood, the original game file hood, and press Shift and S and cursor to select it, this little 3D cursor, it's called, will go onto the origin of the object from the game. The origin is the pivot point and the moving point of the object. For example, this is the point where the object in the hood in the game pivots up. If you look, if I put it to 0, oh wait, minus 90 in this case, not minus 90. 90. Wait, I will just show it right here. You can see it pivots around this point, and this is how it opens in the game. You can see? Yeah, but the rotation always has to be 90. And the same goes for this. If the cursor is on the right spot, so if you Shift S, cursor to select it, you go to your new object, select it, right click, set origin, and then origin to 3D cursor. And now the origin of our object we created is the same as the origin of the game object. Very nice. This is how it should be done. Okay, now check again if rotation is 90 and 0 0. The scale, the scale has to be 1 1 1. But if you want to scale up or down, you can go into edit mode and scale in here. Because this scaling won't affect the actual scale values. So make sure you set them first and then manipulate the object in edit mode, because edit mode won't, you can see location and stuff won't be manipulated. The values won't change in edit mode. Okay, now if this is already set up, you can click on File, Export, and then export as FBX. Don't export as OBJ because OBJ doesn't include the origin point and the object won't go into game right. So export FBX, then search your export point. I will create a new folder for this. Tutorial. Open it and you have to check selected objects, limit to selected objects. So you need to select your object and then it will only export the object you selected in the top here. So we call it hood. We'll call it example hood. So it will be cooler. And then click export FBX and it should be exported. If we look in the folder we just created, tutorial and then example hood, and it or beautiful hood should be in here. Yes, there it is. Okay, that's all I got for this video. Yeah, and in the next video we will import this into Unity and create an asset bundle. Yeah, so see you in the next one.